You bought your Dodge for power and reliability. Maybe you picked up a Charger Hellcat, a Challenger Scat Pack, or a Durango SRT for that pure thrill behind the wheel. But let's be real. Lately, that thrill has completely gone, replaced by that sinking, awful feeling of seeing yet another check engine light pop up. Instead of actually enjoying your car out on the open road, you're spending way more time sitting in some generic dealership waiting room.
Let's just validate that frustration right out of the gate. Look, you did everything right here. You made your heavy monthly payments, you brought in for all the scheduled maintenance, and yet, you're the one getting left stranded. These constant defects, they are absolutely not your fault. You shouldn't have to act like a permanent tenant in the repair shop. I mean, you bought a car to actually drive it, not to beg the dealer for a loaner vehicle every other week.
Moving on to qualifying for a claim, let's look at the exact lemon law criteria. So what actually makes a Dodge a lemon in the eyes of the law? Well, it really comes down to a few specific, real-world situations. For example, imagine you're driving your Durango, and it suddenly stalls on the highway twice. That is a serious safety defect. Or maybe your Charger's AC breaks 4 different times in the dead of summer. Now, that's a non-safety issue, sure, but it completely ruins the value and usability of the car, right? Or perhaps your vehicle just sits in the shop for 30 cumulative days. And hey, just to be clear, those do not have to be consecutive days. They literally just add up while you're waiting for some back-ordered part. Oh, and here's a really crucial point. Even if the dealer hands your keys back and claims, hey, we can't duplicate the problem, if you brought it in for the same recurring issue, that still absolutely counts as a repair attempt under the law.
The big requirement here is that your vehicle must have what the law calls a substantial defect. We're not talking about a squeaky radio dial here. We're talking about reoccurring major problems that significantly impact the car's use, value, or safety. Think about the notorious tip-em electrical chaos where your dashboard just lights up like a Christmas tree out of nowhere, or an 8-speed transmission failure that violently jerks and leaves you completely stranded at an intersection. If you're dealing with these kinds of massive, stressful failures, you absolutely should not be the one left footing the bill for Stellantis' manufacturing mistakes.
Now for your lemon law settlement options. Let's see what your actual remedies are.
The good news, you're not stuck with a broken car, and you definitely have options. Say your Dodge is just constantly stuck at the dealership waiting for a transmission part. In that case, you probably want a buyback. Basically, this means the manufacturer acts like the car was never sold to you in the first place. You get a full refund of your down payment, your monthly payments, the loan payoff, taxes, and registration, minus a small usage fee for the miles you drove before the defect actually started. But let's say you genuinely love the way your Challenger drives when it finally decides to work, and you kind of want to keep it despite all the hassle. In that specific case, you might opt for a cash-and-keep settlement. That's where you get a significant cash payout to compensate for the defects, but you retain full ownership of the vehicle.
Next up, what does it cost? Let's break down those legal fees.
Right about now, you're probably wondering, how on earth can I possibly afford to fight a massive auto manufacturer when I'm already financially drained by paying for a broken car? Legal battles sound incredibly expensive, right? Well, the incredible truth here is that your out-of-pocket cost is exactly $0. Literally zero. Under state lemon laws and the federal Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, there's a specific rule called a fee-shifting provision. In plain English, that just means Dodge is legally required to pay your attorney fees entirely separate from your settlement. If you don't win, you owe absolutely nothing. Every single dollar of your recovery stays right in your pocket, no catch.
Which brings us to, why choose the lemon reps? You need dedicated advocates on your side.
Look, to get what you actually deserve, you really need seasoned experts to take Stellantis head-on. These auto manufacturers have massive, well-funded legal departments whose sole purpose is to delay your claim or offer you pennies on the dollar. That's where founding attorney Joseph Novell and attorney Andrew Banzar come in. They bring years of highly specialized expertise to counter these exact stall tactics. They aggressively defend your rights, and they do it in plain language, totally cutting through all that confusing legalese. They know exactly how manufacturers try to deny claims, and they have the precision legal strategies ready to counter them. Basically, the lemon reps carry that entire heavy legal weight for you. They flat out refuse those insulting, lowball goodwill offers from the dealership, and they turn a highly stressful, drawn-out fight into fast results. Instead of the months of waiting you've already endured, these cases usually resolve within just 30 to 90 days. You don't have to chase down the service manager or sit on hold with a corporate call center ever again. The attorneys handle all of that friction while you just focus on moving forward. So why let the manufacturer keep giving you the runaround when the lemon reps can review your case for free and fight for literally every dollar you're owed? If your Dodge is defective, you have absolute legal rights. But keep this in mind. Every single day you wait is another day your warranty ticks down and your car's value drops. So ask yourself, are you going to keep paying for a car you can't even rely on, or are you ready to let the Lemon reps finally get you the compensation you legally deserve? Claim your free case review today.